Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sunday Anime Chat. I'm your host, Pop Culture Mechanic. Call me Pop for short. And it's the last day of January. Well, not the last day, but the last anime chat of January. So that means we're wrapping it up today. The theme of mystery and detective will be gone, and we'll come up with a new theme for the next month. What that is yet, I have yet to determine, but it shouldn't take too much thought put into it. And as you guys can see, I did put a poll up. I am quite curious to know whether you guys like the themes every month, or if you prefer if I did something different rather than picking a theme every month. So far, it looks like it's 50-50. Okay, well, we'll have to wait for more people to come by and weigh in, and we'll see how that goes. But before that, I just want to say hello to Nico and Jake D and Woopa Troopa. Nice to see you guys stopping by the channel. Always a great time when you guys show up. You could always rig the poll. Of course you could. Of course you could. You could use the Whoopstutkian influence and be like, you will vote this way. There is no other way. Kind of like voting for leader. There is this way, there is no other way. But you guys know what's next. As I so often do, we'll check out the news of the week, courtesy of the Anime News Network. Vote? We'll get results to 107%. With little extra tossed in for a good measure. Let's see, let's get over to the Anime News Network here. So we're going back to Monday, I believe. Yes, Monday. Within standard deviation. Okay, what do we got here? The Rising of the Shield Hero anime gets 4th season updated. Alright. Crunchyroll reveals English dub casts for Tsukimichi, Moonlight Fantasy, Hokkaido Gals Are Super Adorable, and 3 more anime. Well, that doesn't matter to me because I watch them subtitled. I like the original Japanese voice actors. They sound way better. And if you aren't watching Hokkaido Gals Are Super Adorable, you should. It's cute and funny show with lots of waifu potential. I'm looking at you, Jake D. The next article, Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker game adds Yangara as 38th DLC character. Okay. You guys like your Naruto games? Is being downloaded into your brain. I thought so. Tekken 8 game streams launch trailer, NBA collaboration video. I mean, yeah, I never heard a lot of hype around Tekken. I know I guess there's a fan base there somewhere, but I'm not one of them, so. Speaking of fighting games, Street Fighter 6 game's DLC character trailer reveals February launch for Ed. Jin Kazama is a scrumptious hunk of a man. And fitness goals. Tekken and NBA? Yeah, I know. What kind of a crossover is that? Tekken, NBA. Kind of strange, eh? It's just, okay, you guys decided to do that sort of a thing. Adult Swim reveals new Ninja Kamui anime trailer. The only fighter you acknowledge is DOA. Such a good fighter. I think I have DOA for the PS2. They even brought Mai over so Fatal Fury can expire now. Okay. Yeah, Fatal Fury. That was a good one. I played that on the SNES. Mostly because it was like, I was like, wow, an anime game. The only fighters you acknowledge are Smash Brothers. Oh, Smash Bros. They sure did a good job when they invented that game. Back on the early days of the N64. Adult Swim streams early look video for Rick and Morty the anime. Oh, keep your stupid cartoons to yourself there, Adult Swim. I'm not a Rick and Morty fan, and I'm not going to watch Rick and Morty the anime. Naruto Boruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections game adds DLC character Hagoromo Otsuki. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Toshimichi Mori, Toshinori Aoki Studio Flare tease new game. Is that the Big Booba Fighter game? You can bring Peach, Zelda, Palutena, and Samus over and kick the rest to the curb. Rick and Morty got old fast? I guess. I never got into it. Hey, Nico, you made it back. Right on, man. Naruto needs to be put to rest? Yes, I think so, Jake D. It's been going for a long time, and it's like, it's not as good as One Piece, so... You know, they can just end Naruto. It should have ended when he made it to be Hokage, and that's good enough. Pui Pui Mulcar franchise gets all new 3D CG anime film this year. Never heard of it. Naruto ended, let it end. Yeah, it's probably the publishers or the producers are like, no, come on, more. We need more. Going back to Tuesday, a condition called Love anime unveils 4 more cast members. The Boy and the Heron, Godzilla -1, nominated for Oscars, as they should be. But I don't put much stock in the Oscars anyway. When you got, when you got producers like Harvey Weinstein that can just throw some money at it and be like, yeah, I think my picture should win. So there's no credibility to the Oscars, so who cares? Princess Peach Showtime games trailer reveals new transformations. That looks like a fun game that'll happen. She gets ninja cowgirl transformations. That's pretty good. Right on. Final Fantasy VII Advent Children returns to U.S. theaters for a limited run on February 21st, 22nd. Wow, Advent Children. Yeah, that's crazy. What he did at Tecmo elevated video games from a pastime to an art. Yeah? And Advent Children, all you care about is Tifa? Come on, Tifa. She looks good in that show, that's for sure. I think I watched it like twice. Advent Children? Advent is over. Silly. Yeah. Yeah, we bought that. I'm pretty sure I have it on Blu-ray somewhere. And yeah, just watching it for the action and all that. Near Reincarnation smartphone game ends service on April 3. Oh, there we go. There it is. There's our smartphone game that is ending the service. Hope you guys didn't put any money into them. Crunchyroll announces Laid Back Camp Anime Season 2 English dub. The elusive samurai anime's character video visual highlight Kojiro was exceptional for the time. Not put money into 2B? Are you the craze? Go ahead. I mean, I just warn you guys, that's all. Remember, they can turn your phone games off at any time. And you will not be able to stop it. Love Live writer Juki Hanada unveils original anime film A Few Moments of Cheers. I wonder if it's about... It looks like about somebody that's singing in a band, maybe? We need physical waifus. Yes. I agree with Fearless Leader. We are needing the physical waifus. How's the poll doing? You guys haven't voted in the poll. Please vote in the poll. Next up, Sino Alice game gets Ichiban Saigo no Monogatari fan film on February 23rd. That's Tuesday. Wednesday, Death Stranding Director's Cut game comes to Mac, iOS, iPad on January 30th. Wow, that's the original Death Stranding game shipped for PS4 in November 2019. It's been 5 years since Death Stranding, and now they're just coming out with a director's cut and try to wring every bit of money they can out of this thing, I guess. Seriously, are people going to play it on their iPad? I don't know. I never touched it. I didn't bother. Like, I don't care. I don't put Hideo Kojima up on a pedestal and be like, this guy's a genius. And, he does some weird stuff, so I don't care. They can put Death Stranding out, but I'm not going to play it. We need to digitize ourselves and be uploaded into the Japanese. The Boy and the Heron, Godzilla -1, Detective Conan, Kuragani no Submarine, Blue Giant, nominated for Japan Academy Film Prizes. There you go. Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth Game streams opening sequence. The first slam dunk film earns $130 million in one-day revival screenings in Japan. That looks like everybody likes their slam dunk. And why not? Basketball. Yeah, Metal Gear, Zone of the Enders, and a few older things that never got a US release were good, but lately you don't think you're a bit underwhelmed. Hello, Irate. How you doing? We're just going over the news of the week, seeing what's going on in the world of anime here. Tekken 8 game adds Devil Jin as playable character. Crunchyroll announces The Witch and the Beast anime's English dubcast premiere. I always watch mine subbed. I know a lot of people will like the dubs and watch them just because they don't want to have to. They don't have to stare at the screen all the time and read. But I like those subtitles. It's the original actors. They really put it all into their performance. Atelier Resliriana mobile game reveals January 25th global release date. Oh, there's another mobile game for you guys. Be careful. You'd argue that a bad Kojima game is better than most good games out there? Yeah, I could see that. Especially the modern ones, the newer games that the AAA studios are trying to push out. And I mean, I play a lot of retro games, so I don't even with the newest games and stuff like that. I haven't even touched a lot of them. Have I played The Last of Us? Nope. Have I played The Last of Us Part 2? Nope. I mean, what am I playing right now? I'm replaying Valkyria Chronicles, the first one, on my PS4. Because it was so good. And it's a fun game, and it's right up my alley as far as action, strategy, and third-person, over-the-shoulder games. It's awesome. If you haven't played it, you should try it. You're going to get that download queued up. Atelier advances the great research with every entry. That's our boy. Suicide Squad game is going to be hot garbage. Yeah, see, another game I could care less about. I mean, I haven't cared about DC for about, 5 years. I've stopped collecting comics, modern ones anyway. I haven't watched any of the DC films. And I just don't care anymore. I haven't watched any of the newest Marvel stuff. I haven't watched. Why? Why would I put myself through such agony and pain? It would be a waste of my time if I weren't going to enjoy it. So I am just ignoring that because there is so much other stuff out there still that I haven't even touched yet. As far as whether it's games, movies, TV shows, comic books, stuff like that. There's stuff in the past I don't even know about yet. So I'm going to keep going back into the past and enjoying myself that way. Get away from all this ridiculousness and just stupid things that they want to throw at us and beat us over the head with. Rocksteady has fallen off. Yeah, I could see that. But we'll continue on with the news here a little. Tono no Inu manga about retired samurai and corgi gets anime. Oh, that might be a good one. Going back to Thursday, Love Live, School Idol Festival 2, Miracle Live, Games Japanese version ends service on March 31st. Global version launches in February, but also ends service on March. So now they're telling you when they're going to launch it and when they're going to end it. So, don't buy phone games. Don't do it. Corgi, if lazy, had a physical form. Are they really that bad? I don't know much about corgis. Oh, and here's the big thing. And to me, this is like a non-controversy. This is like a mountain made out of a molehill. The Pokemon Company released a statement regarding possible IP infringement involving new game. As long as the designs aren't the same, they can't do anything. They can't do anything with Digimon, anything like that. Also, I saw somebody throw up some picture of Dragon Quest and their creatures, and they compared it to the Pokemon which happened 10 years later, and it's like, these things look surprisingly familiar. So they can't come after somebody if they've done the same thing. Oh, you're thinking about Shiba Inus. Okay. Your Shiba is unique. He is cuddly, friendly, and has endless energy. There you go. Irate's got a Shiba. Nice. Dragon Quest, more research material. Yes. Dragon Quest is... Man, it's got so many games for Dragon Quest. And just having Akira Toriyama do the character designs, that's awesome too. I like his art style. PA Works, DMM.com's Hananari original TV anime reveals main cast in video. Live action Golden Kamuy film opens at number 1 with 533 million yen. Spy Family Code White drops to number 2 after 4 weeks at number 1. Final Fantasy XIV live-action TV series canceled. Maybe they just saw that maybe it's not a good way to go. Persona 3 Reload Games trailer features Aidan Gallagher. Whoever Aidan Gallagher is, I don't know. It launches for the PS5, PS4, Xbox, PC on February 2nd. Minophilia, your love? Stooge picked Minor as one of his Final Fantasy XIV jobs. I never played any online Final Fantasy. For me, it was always Lord of the Rings Online. Now that was a great MMO. I think it's still going. I haven't been on in such a long time, but just being able to finally get myself into Mordor and taking on all those enemies, man, that was something. It's been much fun. Many dancing cat girls, many waifus. That's good, Jake D. Mika Nakashima performs insert song for Gundam Seed Freedom film. Well, I'm sure there'll be some people. I don't know if I'll watch Gundam Seed Freedom film. I did watch Gundam Seed back in the day and a little bit of Gundam Seed Destiny, but that was about it. You think you're supposed to be saving the world or something? You're distracted. Distracted, Jake D. Sasaki and Peeps anime's English dub reveals cast, January 26th premiere. I heard some of the people I hang out with are liking Sasaki and Peeps. People like Leon and Blaine and Serranos are really enjoying it. I haven't gotten into it. I'm watching I think I bit off a lot more than I can chew this season. I'm watching like 13 or 14 series. It's crazy. I shouldn't have done that. Haruka Suzuki's Chikumaru manga gets short anime on YouTube. Oh, look at that. You can watch on YouTube. North American anime and manga releases. We'll just skip by that. Netflix acquires global streaming rights for Studio Ponuk's The Imaginary anime film. I always shudder and cringe when Netflix does anything like that. Hagakura anime unveils main cast. Never heard of Hagakura. Going back to Friday, Party Kara Suiho Sareta Sono Chiyushi Jitsu wa Saikyo no ni Suki novels get anime this year. They better tighten up that title. Shorten that up, because that's a mouthful. Takes large sack of cash. Netflix is the greatest anime company of all time. Yeah, that's probably how that went. Hey, we sure like your product there. Here's a big bag of money. Hey, you guys are awesome. Here's my product. Vampire Dormitory TV Anime's new teaser reveals main cast. PA Works reveals new original TV anime, Mayonaka Punch. Okay. Might have to check that out and see what it's all about. My integrity is for sale. Yeah, Jake D. Taiga Miyakawa's Tasuketsu manga gets TV anime this year. And Nobody's Way Up to an Exploration Hero anime's first promo video reveals main cast, staff, 2024 debut. The Do-Over Damsel conquers the Dragon Emperor TV anime reveals main staff. The Do-Over Damsel. Okay, that might be one to check out when it comes out. Voice actress Kotori Kawai launches Kimono Tea Time ASMR game on Steam in 2024. Alright, I don't know what to expect from that, but it might be okay. It's an ASMR game. What inspired you to give your anime rights to Netflix? Money! Like Mr. Krabs there. I like money! Money makes everything better. It's true, just like old proverb, money can buy you happiness. You know what to expect. New Pretty Series TV Anime's teaser unveils cast, staff, title, April debut. Remember, don't forget to vote in the poll I got going on here. It's whether or not you guys like the monthly themes. Or whether I should knock it off and do something else, or just keep going. Stay the course. Space Brothers, author, anime planned to continue after manga ends. Really? Skate, the Infinity OVA reveals first visual. Buchigiri, the original anime's English dub reveals cast, January 27th premiere. I believe Blaine's watching that already. Going back to Saturday, Expelled from Paradise gets Rakuen Suhio Liberated from Paradise sequel anime film. Japanese animation TV ranking. Here we go. Let's have a look at the TV ranking, and we'll see where shows are here. Once again, Sazi-san's number 1. Detective Conan, number 2. Chibi Maruko-chan, Frieren, Beyond Journey's End. Firefighter Daigo, Doraemon, Crayon Shin-chan, One Piece, hanging in there. Soaring Sky, Pretty Cure, and Oshiri Tantai. Nice to see Frieren's up there. Miho Okasaki voices Yuzuha Sing's ending theme in the new Gate Isekai anime. And here's the video game rankings. I know you guys have been waiting for this too. What do we think is number 1? Is it Mario Wonder still? Let's have a look. Oh man, number 1, PS5 Marvel Spider-Man 2. What's the matter with you, Japan? Don't do that. I can't believe it. It's at number 1. It's sold 30,000 weekly copies. I don't know how disgusted I am. I thought this game sucked ass. I thought it was garbage. What's going on here? Ugh. Yeah, well, let's see who's comes up next. Is Momotaro Densetsu World, and then Super Mario Brother Wonder, Another Code Recollection. I'll have to look up that one. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, then Animal Crossing, Minecraft, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Dragon Quest Monsters. Number 10 is Pikmin 4, then Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Pokemon Scarlet Violet, and Hidden Treasures. The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered is number 13 for PS5. Ah, come on. Why? Such a garbage game. Next up, Splatoon 3 Jinsei game for Nintendo Switch. Sekai no Asobi Taisen 51. Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Nintendo Switch Sports Ring Fit Adventure. And Taiko no Tatsujin Rhythm Festival. That's how it starts, is because you let backup Canadian run amok. I don't think it's his fault. I don't think he's buying PS5 ones, is he? You might have to have a talk with that boy. Hey, listen here, AC. What's the meaning of this? Someone's got to pay, yeah. Somebody has to pay. Last of Us 2 debuts at 13. Yeah. Shouldn't even be on the list at all, though. Going to Sunday. That's today. Emi Motoi replaces Keiko Yamamoto as Yamada in Chibi Maruko-chan anime. AC is an Xbox truther. He would never. Good to know. Loyalty is important for the Wupstotsken gaming establishment. Gundam Seed Freedom anime film earns 770 million yen in the first 2 days. Apparently everybody likes their Gundam. You're getting that much. Wow. Just in 2 days. Acquire reveals March 8th release for Ancient Weapon Holly Dungeon Crawler game in new video. Demos available on Steam. Game launches for PS4, PS5, Switch, and Steam. Okay. For those of us that like the dungeon crawler games. Wonderful Precure anime cast Satsumi Matsuda, Reina Ueda. The Banished former hero lives as he pleases. Anime reveals April debut. More cast in video. The Irregular at Magic High School Season 3 posts character video for Miyuki Shiba. And finally, the Fable TV anime reveals main cast, half-year continuous run starting in April. And that is it. We are caught up for the news of the week. Before we get to that, though, why don't we have a commercial?
Oh, hey there everybody. How are you? Well, I don't always play video games, but when I do, I make sure to safely make a safety save in a safe environment. And if you don't know how to make a safety save, well then make sure you check out Pop Culture Mechanics, 9 a.m. Mountain Time and 10 a.m. Central on Saturday mornings, where you can learn how to make a safety save that you might be so excited you could dance if you wanna. So, come on and check out Pop Culture Mechanics on Saturday mornings. Going to see you there. Bye.
Finally! Yes! Whew! My God! Hey, welcome back. What a dapper parakeet. Yeah, I like his hat. His hat looks really good. Okay, so here we are. We're getting into the detective animes. And first of all, the one I found from 1987 is called Twilight Q. Obviously before the Twilight novels were ever written, or ever even a thought. So it's a 2-episode OVA. I only watched the first one, but I am going to watch the second one. But the first one is called A Knot in Time. Reflection. Mayu found a camera floating in the ocean while she was on vacation, a very unusual camera. The film, mostly intact, reveals a picture of herself with a man she has never seen before. But that is not all. The unusual part is this camera has not been made yet, and will not be made for another 2 years. And soon Mayu finds herself swinging uncontrollably back and forth through time, like a pendulum. So let's see, get this ready here. We'll do that. And then we'll switch it up. You guys can see too. And away we go. They even have a warning at the beginning. This picture will take a hold of your reality. And the stop button will be disabled. You have a chance to stop it, but then it gets disabled. So you cannot hit the stop button on your VCR. And you see the girl swinging on a swing. Twilight Q, A Knot in Time. And here we have our main character, Mayu, swimming around in the ocean. And there's her friend waiting for her on the beach. She says she wants to go back to the hotel. And she's like, I'll be right there. She sees that camera. I know it's around here somewhere that she sees that camera. There it is. So there's the camera. She sees it. She wants to grab it. False. You press the stop button on the stream right now. No! That's why I lost all my viewers. And there they are back at the hotel, and she is just fascinated with this camera. They're watching the news right now. They're talking about pollution and all that. But yeah, she's looking over that camera. She wants to see what's on that film. And yes, we don't get to see right away what that picture is. But they want to meet up with her brother, her friend's brother, who's going to help her out. Going to try to find out when the camera was dropped into the ocean, how old it is. So that's the mystery, is what is that camera doing? What's the mystery of the camera? So there he is there. He's going to help him out. So we finally see on the picture, that's her all right. She's got her little magnifier there. She's like, yep, that's me, and that's some guy I don't even know. Whoever it is, looks like she bagged herself a real winner there. Her dad gets home. He figures he arrives early, but he's like, it's almost midnight. What are you talking about? And if you look at her clock, it's like 10:09 p.m. So something's not right. Something's messing around with the time here. And so her friend is trying to get her attention in class, handing notes. But it gets caught by the teacher. And she's like, haha, I'll just leave now. So there's the current that they were trying to figure out that the camera traveled on to get to where they found it. And that current goes all the way from the Philippines all the way up by Taiwan. And yeah, they're just figuring it out. Could always even come from all as far away as Hawaii. He's talking about the algae that grew on the camera and how long it takes it to form. So they sent the camera to the manufacturer to help them out, and it's like the manufacturer's like, okay, you should come here. He's like, this camera hasn't even been released yet. They're going to release it next year, and it's still in development. So that's pretty crazy that that camera is from the future. So something happens now. There's a bit of a storm outside, and all of a sudden, the camera disappears in a puff of smoke. It's gone. And we do a little jumping around here. So the first date was 1987. It was August of 1987. Now we jump to September 1993. And as you can see, I believe that's the camera itself in the junkyard. Spooky photography. Yeah, Whoopa. Like, what's going on here? And I think we jump back again. Yes. Back to September of 1987. So her and her friend are on the roof of the school. It's where a lot of anime tropes take place, up on the roof of the school. She's like, what was that picture about? Who was in that picture? What was on that film? She's like, tell me, who is it? She's like, no, I can't. It's like, just throwing a fit. She wants to know. She's Like, I want to know who's on there. So instead, it's bribery. She wants to go with her brother on an expedition to find out where that camera came from. They're going to go look at red tide to see what's going on, but she wants to go. And so she bribes her with a couple of strawberry parfaits. And she has to lie to her parents that she wants to stay at her friend's place. And they're like, okay, yeah, you can go ahead. And there's the article, or they're talking about the red tide going on, and they're flying over it right now. So they have to take a sample, and I think we even get to see what happens with the, yeah, there you go. What happens? Red tide kills a lot of the fish. And this old guy going by walking his dog is like, hey, if you swim in the water, your body's gonna rot. Free sushi, yeah. Yummy. Red tide fish. Mayu sees this weird tree. She's drawn towards it. It's all knotted from where it is. Doesn't look very good at all. Not very healthy. So something must be in the air, because this guy's goat, he just has a hard time breathing. And I believe that the guy does too. Something in that water and the air made them choke. She's ready for a quiet night after a day of excitement. She's always looking at that picture, but it's weird. When she looks at that picture, time seems to slow down. As you can see, her watch is stopped now. But then it picks back up when she gets a phone call. So they're telling everybody that the red tide produces gas, and they will irritate the mucous membrane, so they got to get ready to evacuate. So they just avoided running over a cat, I think, and now the car is a little bit stuck. But she notices that tree again. Yeah, see, it's not a very big drop off. But there's that tree. And she goes up to it and touches it. And she starts to fade away. And she goes, the pendulum swings forward to March of 2039. And she's at a graveyard. And this guy knew she would be there, which is the crazy thing. He read her diary, and he knew she would be there, so he brought a coat to cover her up. And she sees her grave. But it's a different last name. That's not creepy at all. It's not so bad when you realize who this guy is. But he's at her grave right now. And he knew she would be there. But he can't tell her anything. She asks questions and he's like, I can't tell you anything. And then she just disappears. And then we swing back on the pendulum, back to 1936. So I think there was some internal strife going on in Japan back then. At least they, in her history class, they were talking about it. And she's there. She is there in Japan in 1936. So she sees a lot of army guys in tanks and such, and she knows it's a bad time around, but she sees that it's February 26th in Showa 11. I don't think anything happened between 1936 and 1945 in Japan. Okay, Whoopa. But yeah, she finds a newspaper and sees the date. And the soldiers, I guess there's a curfew for all the civilians, and she is caught up in this. And there's shelling and bombing and such, and I believe she loses consciousness. And we're back to 1987 in September. And all her friends are gathered around her as she's in the hospital bed. She asks her teacher about the history in 1936, what happened. Now we move up to 1988, August. Her and her friend are on a ship. Yeah, and I think they're watching over these kindergartners or school elementary kids, on this trip, on the boat trip. And she sees this guy. Look familiar? Must be from that picture. And hey, look. We're going to get a picture. And it's taken. And of course, little kids, being little kids, are fighting over the camera now. And it gets lost. Overboard! There goes the camera. And they discuss about the current. And she knows it's going to be passing through time. And this, there's even an end credit scene. 1992. Got a dog digging something on the beach. The owner calls it. Like, hey, get over here. And there you go. It's the camera, which will probably be washed away again. And the whole cycle repeats. So that's the first one. It's called Twilight Q. And that was quite the mystery to figure it out. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. Move along to the next one now. This is a little more fun. Agatha Christie's great detectives Poirot and Marple. So this is a bit of a TV series. Has 39 episodes from 2004. So we've watched, myself and Miss Mechanic, we've watched a couple of Agatha Christie movies. We've watched Murder on the Orient Express, which are really good. We watched the original, and of course the newest one with Kenneth Branagh. And they were both good. And we'll see how this one goes, because they have a lot to work with. The synopsis is: young Mabel West is the daughter of mystery writer Raymond West, who wants her to lead a normal life. Rebelling against this, Mabel wants to be a great detective and sets out for London to become assistant to none other than Hercule Poirot, the great Belgian detective who resides there. She finally wins the reluctant approval of her father and embarks on an exciting life of mystery and suspense, his only demand being that she occasionally spend some time with her great aunt, Jane Marple, in the small village of St. Mary Mead. And we're going to see episode 1 here. Great Belgian? You don't know if that's possible? The Great Belgian. Well, we'll find out, won't we? Let's have a look here. That big. And then we'll do this. Yeah, I don't think we have much. There we go. England, Brighton, the 1930s. It's a fancy dinner party, as you can see. Everyone's there with all their jewels. And you do see a lot of jewels. And diamonds, emeralds, sapphires, rubies, all that stuff. Here we get our introduction of Hercule Poirot, and even who he's voiced by, Kotaro Satomi. And that's his assistant, Hutchins. Apparently this little duck got loose and is running around, and it's her duck. And she catches it. And her dad's like, hey, I told you not to bring that duck in here. And she runs away. And then we have the intro. See, Mabel is the main character. She gets a lot of screen time. And it's the case of the jewel robbery at the Grand Metropolitan. Could fund much waifu research with these jewels. Yes, let's do that. Let's use that for waifu research. So here she is, Mrs. Opelson. And she is hosting the party, and she has some of the most expensive diamonds and jewels and everything like that. And she goes on ad nauseum about all she knows about her jewels. And she just goes on, and they're just like, man, oh man, is she ever gonna shut up about this? Godzillionaire, is he related to Ross Poirot? Probably not. Let's hope not. So we see the maid coming in to change the sheets on the bed. Old Godzillionaire, everyone's favorite kaiju has arrived. So Mabel runs to her room, and her dad's like, what are you doing? I told you not to bring that duck here. She's at that rebellious stage where she just like, you're trying to force me to do stuff. So she wants to show Monsieur Poirot what the pearl necklace she has from an ancient and noble family. And she's going to go get it. And there's her husband. He's like, sorry about that. She's completely obsessed with jewels. She goes into her room, and there is a scream. Right now, he's being informed about jewels being stolen. Monsieur Poirot's like, yes. Is that about your wife's jewels? And he's like, what? So the police are there. Everyone's there. Poirot and Hutchins are there. He's explaining that she looked into her box that she kept the jewels in, and they were gone. Mabel's there. She's like, oh my God, it's Detective Poirot. He makes a discovery here about all the dust that is around, and that comes in later. But he's like, dust. So they have the hotel maid, Vanessa, and the personal maid of the Opalsons, Celestine. And these are the prime suspects right now. And in fact, Celestine is going to be the main suspect. So they're just checking out all the rooms that are adjacent to the main room. There is the bedroom of Celestine. And then there's the adjoining room, which can't be opened because it's locked. It gets locked from either side. So that's they go and check it, and nobody's been in there. Nobody's been in that room for a month. And it's very dirty in there. Very dusty, I should say. It hasn't even been cleaned. This guy says he's reminding the person in charge of it not to slack off, but I guess they are. So now these two have to come up with alibis. But the hotel maid, no, and there's the bellboy trying to make a delivery of clothing. But they send him away. They're like, now's not the time. Come on, get lost. So Celestine says she was embroidering and she had to go to her other room and to get something. And Vanessa's like, I didn't steal it, while she left the room. So they do a little bit of a timed, they get out a stopwatch and time to see how long it takes somebody to go to the room and somebody to steal the jewels. Vault, welcome. I'm doing well. I hope you are as well. We're just going over the adventures of Hercule Poirot and Miss Marple. So here we go. They're going to reenact it. And you can't open up that box and steal the jewels before the other person gets back from getting like scissors or whatever it is they tried to get. But nope, Celestine is she's the suspect, and they found it under her bed. And hello, Don Nakia Luabella. Welcome to the stream. So they found these jewels under Celestine's bed and the key. He's like, yes, I see. We'll just have to hang on to these for a little while. And they take her away. And that's it, right? She's the culprit. She committed the crime. But there's Mabel is like, I wonder if she really did steal it. And even Poirot is like, I don't think she's the culprit either. So the necklace they found was a fake. So, okay. And he did that. He didn't say it was a fake because he got to throw the real culprit off guard. Of course you do. Let them think they got away with it. And then Mabel's there, of course. She's eavesdropping. She wants to get in on it. So she... All right. See you later, Don. Thanks for stopping in. It's always nice to see new people stopping on by. Yeah, so she brings up the fact that it could be Mrs. Opelson to claim the insurance on her necklace. So there you go. That could be it after all. But she wants to get involved, and he's like, Hutchins is like, no, it's not a game. But Poirot's like, no, that's okay. You can come along. It's always insurance fraud. Yeah, Rupa. Oh, okay. So Poirot's like, he's got a playing card. He's like, have you ever seen a piece of paper this size in this room? And he's like, huh, I'll look for it. And he gives it to John. He's like, hey, can you look and see if you can find this? He's like, I'll reveal the culprit for sure. It was the Joker. Yeah. Yeah. Hutchins finds it funny that Poirot's investigating Mabel's theory. Someone called Batman. Yeah, Godzilla. Yeah. They finally has a proper introduction, Mabel and Hastings. So Poirot's taking a trip to London, but he wants to meet back in Mrs. Opelson's room tonight. So back in London, this must be the Inspector Lestrade of the Poirot stories, Captain Sharp. So Poirot visited Captain Sharp for some reason. Hastings is finding out that Mabel's dad is Raymond West. Raymond West, the mystery writer. So she's like, oh, he wants me to go to a boarding school. And there's her cute little duck. So here we go. Poirot arrives back. He's found important evidence, and he wants the bellboy there too. The heart of the mystery is how someone stole the pearl necklace. So we want to try to experiment. How fast does it take to pull the box that has the diamonds and hand it to somebody in the other room? And it takes even less time. It takes 10 seconds rather than 15 seconds. Because once you hand the box off, they can take the time to use the spare key to open it up, take the jewels out. So the culprit would have moved the box to somebody, they would have opened it, taken it, and then waited for the next chance to put the box back. So, as we can see, Celestine left. Vanessa went over, and she did her thing. And she handed it to her accomplice, which was the bellboy, Mr. John. So apparently it's these two. They became a bellboy and a maid for the crime. He saw the imprint of the jewelry box on the dresser, where he set it down to open it up. And that little card he handed them, the one with the Joker, that was for getting fingerprints. And he took it to Scotland Yard, where they matched up with these criminals who are jewel thieves. So it was the bellboy and the maid after all. And Celestine will be going back. All charges dropped. She was not the one. So now Mabel is thinking of becoming probably just like a detective, like Monsieur Poirot. And I can't remember if we have an end credit scene yet where it tells us what happens on next episode. Oh, yes. She wants to become Mr. Poirot's assistant, and she can't even find a place to live. Next time on Agatha Christie's Great Detectives, Poirot and Marpel. What's the case? There's got to be a name of the case here. The Mystery of the Cheap Apartment. I think we need that kind of a mystery nowadays, too. And there you go. That is next time on Dragon Ball. Oh, wait. Exactly. There you have it. Two good shows with a lot of mystery involved. Very enjoyable, at least in my point of view. I hope you guys thought it was too. Coming up now, it's time for what I'm watching this season, and I want to hear what you guys are watching as well. So, first up, Brave Bang Bravern. This is an awesome mech show. Aliens attack. Sentient mecha shows up. Has a Japanese operator inside. The only thing that's bothering me is the main character's reluctance to help. He's just too mopey, and I don't know what his problem is. So hopefully he gets out of it. Otherwise, I'm going to drop it. It is a fun mecha show, but I don't know. That main character just rubs me the wrong way. Have I checked out Solo Leveling? No, Godzillionaire. I am watching so many shows this season. It's unbelievable. Chained Soldier. Chained Soldier I'm having fun with. It's pretty good. Being dragged into a different dimension to fight these Shuki? I can't remember what they call them, but all the women have powers because they're the only ones that can eat the special peaches. Men don't have powers, except for main character who teams up with one of the high-powered women there, and he becomes her chained soldier. So it's I'm liking it. It's fun. I'm interested to see where the story goes with his sister being apparently alive still after being dragged into that dimension. We'll have to see. Delicious in Dungeon I'm watching, and it's not bad. They're making their way through dungeons and killing and eating monsters and such. And I think the last episode the guy was growing vegetables on golems, and he knows exactly where the golem core is, so he can knock them down and harvest the vegetables and plant more, and then put them back, reanimate them. So they're like walking gardens for him. We'll have to see. The main character has to rescue his sister who was swallowed by a dragon, so I would think they would have to speed it up a bit. But not bad so far. Oh, Dr. Elise, the royal lady with the lamp. Yeah. it's good. Like, to me, it's good because I like the fact that she's looking for redemption in her past life. So she got she was in her future life. You know, she died in a plane crash and then got reincarnated back in her original life, but with all her memories. And she is just becoming a better person than what she was. She used to be spoiled, entitled, just a rotten little brat. And now she is being a lot better. She's matured a lot. It's nice to see that in characters where they don't have to be, they don't have to stick with the same trope. They evolve. And I appreciate that in this story. And she wants to become a doctor and help heal people. It's good. It's good stuff from what they could have done with the story. The Wrong Way to Use Healing, The Weakest Tamer, Freerin, Apothecary, Tales of Wedding Rings, Delicious in Dungeon, Shangri-La, Gushing Over Magic Girls. Just so many good... Yes, Irate. I agree. There is so many good ones. And speaking of so many good ones, coming up, Freerin. I'm caught right up. Episode 20. I can't say enough good stuff about Freerin. I do think you have to be in the right mindset to watch it, though. You know, if you're not in the right mindset, you may think it's boring, but very enjoyable. They're doing their exam right now to see who can become first class mage, and yeah, I'm curious to see how this is all going to end. Hokkaido Gals are super adorable. Once again, a cute and funny show. This fella from Tokyo moves to Hokkaido, and he just meets up with a bunch of girls that find him fascinating, and they are super adorable as well. So it's a fun time. There's a lot of innuendo and such. It's pretty funny. It's enjoyable, very enjoyable. Meiji Gekken 1874. Oh man. You want to learn about Japanese history? You're gonna learn about it, and it's pretty good. Samurai, the ending of the samurai era, and now they don't know what to do. They don't know where to go. Some of them are turning to crime. Some of them go into the yakuza. Others, our main character, he goes into the police force to try to maintain law and order. It's great. Very, very well done. I'm enjoying it a lot. Might be a little slow or boring for some people, but I like it. Isekai Onsen. They're only 5-minute episodes, maybe even 3 minutes and 45 seconds, but this guy gets isekai to another world, and he likes onsens, so he goes to different onsens. I mean, hot springs, right? So it's just fun, silly show about going to different hot springs in another world. Metallic Rouge. Some people I've heard don't like it, but then again, maybe they just are used to having the storyline spoon-fed to them and they can't wait. I am enjoying Metallic Rouge. It's good. With the main character taking down the Immortal Nine. We don't know the reason why yet, but still got to pay close attention to what's going on with the story, as the humans were going to be invaded by usurpers, but then they invented the Neens, which are the androids, to fight them off, and it looks like it worked. And there's something to do with a drug that the androids need to take, and even humans can take it. Apparently it's very popular among humans. So we'll have to see where all of this is going. Next up, Snack Basu. It's a snack bar in Japan. People have been calling it like the Cheers anime. Kinda. Not as many, Not as many characters as Cheers, but it's enjoyable. It's funny. It's the way it's very Japanese. So if you're gonna watch this, you're gonna have that mindset. Like, okay, this is gonna be very Japanese. It's a silly one too, but it's all right. The foolish angel dances with the devil. This one's got me laughing just because she is an angel, he's a devil. She wants to use him to find other devils to exorcise and destroy. He doesn't obviously want to help her out. But it's like in the second episode, they're like, okay, I got to find a way to manipulate him or her, and it's like they try to seduce each other, and it just had me just rolling on the floor laughing, with each one trying to outdo the other, of trying to seduce each other. And I believe they're starting to have feelings for one another, which is funny because one's an angel, one's a devil, so you can see where that's going. The Strongest Tanks Labyrinth. This show, I like shows that are like MMORPGs. He's the tank. He got kicked out of the heroes party because they thought he wasn't doing a good enough job. Just turns out he didn't know all the skills he had, but he's super strong. And now he's doing it. He was doing it all just to help his sick sister, who is he wants to get the treasure that grants a wish, and he's going to wish that she's all better without her disease, but he has to find that. So right now he's at his hometown, and he's got to figure out what to do to be able to get that treasure. Hello, Blaine. How you doing? Good to see you. Just going through what I'm watching this season. This one, The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic. Very enjoyable. I like the fact, these 3 students got isekai'd. The first 2, they get to learn offensive magic and such, but this guy has a penchant for healing magic, and he's going to get trained up because it's such a rare thing to have in this world. And it's going well. He's getting ready for, there's a war coming, and he has to be on the front line battlefield healing people. That's why the training for him is so intense and so difficult. They try to build him up so that he can heal people on the fly when they're being attacked by like the demon army. So I'm interested to see how it's going to be. There's going to be probably a lot of trauma and such for him to go through, being on a live battlefield with people everywhere being hurt. So I'm interested to see how his training comes into play. Last time he had to carry around a bear on his back around town, and some weights, so he could lift people off of the battlefield and take them to get surgery or anything like that done. And aside from the seasonal anime, I am watching Gatchaman. 75 out of 105 done. So that's the morning before leaving for work anime to watch. One Piece had to pause because we didn't get the next DVDs yet, but they're on their way. And I just finished, where was it here? I just finished Record of Lodoss War, Chronicles of the Heroic Knight. Pretty sure that's what it was called. And OPQR. Yes, first we watched Record of Lodoss War, then we watched Record of Lodoss War, Chronicles of Heroic Knight. Good shows, really good. Very enjoyable. You like the fact that he has to train? Wasn't born with unbelievable power, he has to work for it. It's boring having overpowered heroes that never have to work for anything. Yeah, for sure. Watching him go through the the training that he does, how intense it is. And, once he gets it through his head, too, that it's all for his benefit and it's going to help him out later, he should embrace the hard training, because it will be something that he's going to depend on to help out. And he obviously wants to help out his friends. He doesn't want to see, his two friends from school die on the battlefield, because that's coming. We'll have to see. But yes, I am watching the most I've watched in a season. Usually I pick 4 or 5, maybe 6. But I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 shows on the go. And I managed to keep up with them, because this season there's a lot of good ones. At least I think that they're good, because I enjoy them. And I like to see what everyone else is watching too. But yeah, that's what I'm watching this season. His hard work will save lives later on. Self-sacrifice for a higher calling is something we really lack in Western entertainment. Yeah, nowadays, during the days of chivalry and such, when people, when you were self-sacrificing for other things, you can see it today. There's nothing that parents won't do for their children. So there's a self-sacrifice right there. For people that are in your lives, whether it be your wife or your children, parents, good parents will always, they can sacrifice things. Even their lives, because there are women, they have their babies, they will do anything to protect them. But yeah, it's not very common. And it's too bad it's not. All right. Well, we had some fun today. I want to say it was pretty good. Getting our mystery movies and shows. The first one was Twilight Q, with that going through time. The mystery of the camera. And the next one, Agatha Christie's Hercule Poirot. Another good one. Very enjoyable when it comes to mysteries. Just a reminder, too, that this year, 2024, will be the 50th anniversary of Uchu Senkan Yamato, Getter Robo, and Great Mazinger. It's also the 40th anniversary of Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind, Fist of the North Star, Macross Do You Remember Love, Mighty Orbots, and Transformers. So I've written these down. It's the 30th anniversary of Magic Knight Rayearth, Macross Plus, Macross 7, Street Fighter 2, the animated movie, New Cutie Honey, Fatal Fury, the animated movie, and 801 TTS Airbats. So a lot of anniversaries this year. If you want to go to 20 years, that's Howl's Moving Castle, Gankatsu, Genshiken, Gunbuster 2, Diebuster, or Steam Boy, and Bleach. So there you go. Lots of anniversaries this year for 2024. Make sure you keep your eyes peeled for any of those celebrations. Hopefully the owners of these IPs will do like celebrations for them, I hope. I was quite disappointed that Nintendo didn't do a very big celebration for Zelda. And same with Macross. Very disappointed they didn't do the same for Macross. They should have done something. All right, well, I've had a fun time. I hope you guys have too. I haven't decided on what next month's theme will be. I know you guys were waiting to hear that, but I have to come up with something a little more original rather than, because February is like Valentine's month and all that. I don't just want to fall into that old trope. That's too easy. I like to do something a little more difficult, a little more challenging. I'll have to come up with something, as I always do. But yes, if you haven't voted in the poll, and DJ Ronnie G, hey DJ, good to see you. Yes, if you have not voted in the poll, please do, as it is relevant. Do you like different themes each month? And please vote and let me know, because it's important. It looks like yes is leading the way. So, you love themes. Okay, Blaine, right on. Yeah, it looks like it's winning anyway. Your vote was in the luggage bag. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Everyone likes the themes. Okay, well, I will keep it up then. I'll do what I can and keep it up. And I appreciate everyone that came by today. You faithful watchers, you, like Jake D and Whoopa Troopa, and Nico was in, and Irate Specialist. And there's always everyone's favorite kaiju, Godzillionaire. And we had some new chatters like Vault and Don Nakaya. And of course, Blaine from Blaine's Escape Corner. And DJ Ronnie G. Have I done an alien girl theme yet? There are so many animes just about alien girls coming to this planet. Hey, you know what? That's a good idea. I should write that down. In fact, I'm going to do that right now. Need a little bit of putting our heads together, you know. I guess I can't come up with everything. It's always nice to have you guys throw out ideas too. Let's see. Alien girls. Keep it up and we'll find the algorithm to raise you up. Yeah, that darn that's what we're chasing, isn't it? Always chasing the algorithm. Sometimes it helps us out, and other times it just hides us into obscurity. You need turtle representation in anime. Yeah, I don't know if there's a lot of turtle animes out there. I guess it's worth looking into. But yeah, hey, thanks everybody. If you want to hit that like button, you know, that's okay. Subscribe. If you aren't already, tell your friends, you know, spread the word. Let them know there's this guy on the weekend. He does video games on Saturday and talks anime on Sunday. And then he's into the trades on Tuesdays. There's other good channels out there too. People I personally watch, like Pacific 4 and Blaine from Blaine's Escape Corner. There's Ronan66, DJ Ronnie G. There's Brandon the Anime Guy. The Nerdporeal Lifeform, Angry Canadian. Our own Whoopa Troopa. And Punkwaddle. I've got a Discord, it's called The Shop, because that's where all the tradesmen hang out. We hang out at the shop. Coming up, Tuesday, Trades Talk Tuesday. Join me as I go over what it takes to get into skilled trades, what it's like. You can see some pictures and videos of some of the projects I've been a part of. Just in general, if you know someone, or if you don't have like a career, the trades are quite a viable career for anyone. If you're tired of the job, like, just there's a difference between having a job and having a career. And if you're tired of just having a job, think about a career. It'll benefit you for the rest of your life. And then Saturday, game day, playing more Golden Sun. I've got to freaking grind now because I'm getting up into the hard parts here, and I'm not quite caught up with what level I should be. So I'm going to have to grind, get some levels up, and take on those bad guys. And then we do a full circle again. We're back again. Sunday Anime Chat, a new theme for February. Something I'll come up with, and I hope you guys will be there to enjoy it. But you thought being a YouTuber was the career. And for some people, I'm sure it is. For myself, though, it's not. It's just a hobby I have fun with. I get to hang out with awesome people on their streams, such as yourself, DJ. And I hang out on Blaine's stream, which is fun as well. I have a great time. It's just a hobby. It's just something fun to do, and I'm glad I got into it. It's nice to talk with everyone. And for those that don't know, I think DJ and myself I'm going to be on his channel. He's going to plan some, I believe we're going to go over some Macross. So in case you haven't figured it out, am a big Macross fan. It's one of my most favorite shows, and I don't think it gets a lot of attention. It needs way more attention than what it gets. I hardly hear anybody talking about it. You're just pulling my leg. Oh, you're aiming for next Monday. Okay, so be on the lookout, everybody. Next Monday, I will be with DJ Ronnie G, and we will be talking Macross. One of my most favorite shows of all time. And I hope you'll join us there. So yes, until next time. You think you heard DJ had an affinity for the robotic kind? Mecha. It's Mecha. Yes. Yes, it was a fun time today. I'm glad I hope you guys had fun. I did. And we'll do this again on Tuesday for Trades Talk. And I hope to see you guys there. But until then, my friends, I've been Pop, and I am signing off.